everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I am now re-recording this. Okay, so, what's this? Okay, this is a junk journal, and I'm playing with the cover. I went ahead and put some metal corner protectors on, because I recently cleaned out a metal piece drawer, which is here. I wanted to show you that I'm actually putting these items to work. I grabbed some of the bronze colored corner pieces here, the exact ones that I used. And I put a little bit of Fabrifix glue in the corners. And I actually recorded me gluing and assembling them, but the video disappeared somehow. It's a new phone. Work with me, people. Okay, and I squashed them on. You crimp them on. And then they stay there forever, and they make really nice little corner pieces to your junk journals. They make it look much more finished, I would say. Kind of book-like. Kind of, you know, old antiquarian book-like. And then I grabbed one of the labels. This is a pretty, thought that would look pretty in there. I wrote the word journal on there. I thought I could put it like that, which would look very nice. Then I was playing around with some inked up cheesecloth. And when the camera so boldly just knocked me off, I think I'm going to do that. That looks kind of cool. Just on that angle. Something about that angle. I like that. Okay, so we're going to do that. Before we go any further, we're going to do that. Sometimes you just got to go with the feeling that you have in the moment. And it is that. Now, I may add more things to it, but right now, this is going to be it for this little piece of cheesecloth, and give it the old scruncharoony. For some reason, it'll work. Like just do it. Trust me. Scruncharoony, and then apply a lot of cheese. I just used a piece of book page, wrote the word journal, glued it on the back here, and then I'm going to put a relatively decent amount of glue on here, because I really want that to adhere well. I think I'm going to use my finger. This is finger tool, just to smoosh it. Then turn this over, and it's actually a little easier if you do this. You put the book like that, and then you can place it according to where you feel. You can measure the perfect center, but this is what I do. All right, I'm going to push in there too, because that needs to glue down, and that will adhere very well, and I'll let that dry overnight. So that will adhere, and then I probably will do a few more things to that. And if I don't like that at all, I can pop that whole thing off and rearrange it and design it. But right now, I think it's looking good. Okay, so yeah, all right. I might want to knock down the color on these little colored flowers and that, because it's supposed to be like a darkish journal. You know, this is like something you found wedged in between the wooden trusses, or not trusses, but you know, like those wooden things that make a house. You know, it was maybe walled up behind an old stone wall or something like that, and bound, and all sorts of magical things in here that just beckon you to open this. Okay, we're not there yet. We're not at the beckoning stage, but we're working on it. So if we were working on it, we might open it up to a page that you already have stuff. You need something. And I did pull out some somethings. So this is my little collection of somethings. And I'm telling you, this just gets cleaned all the time, but nobody believes me. Fine, whatever. It does. Okay, so here, yeah, I tore up some old newspaper, and I thought it might be fun just to scatter it on a page. Here, week of September 9th. That just looks kind of cool. Yeah, there's just like that. And this paper is so fragile. It needs to be mounted onto something, and here's a nice way to do it. I'm just very gingerly placing the Fabrifix on here, and I'm just going to randomly put these down just because it's just, I don't know, kind of came across my mind to do this, and it's kind of a fun way to save these beautiful old pieces of paper. So many things you can do with them, master boards and journal cards, and you can, you know, glue them onto paper and then form envelopes out of them. You can do all sorts of fun things. But just sometimes just plain old collage. If you're going to do a random collage piece like this, maybe you want to orient the pieces in different angles, on different angles, so that gives the eye some place to travel. And we love to guide the eye in design, give it somewhere to look. What's the next exciting thing to peek at? What's next? What's coming? What's coming? And, you know, in this world of instant gratification of everything, you have to, you know, keep people's eyes moving. And then you want to give them rest pages as well. Like, let's see if we just supplied ourselves with a few rest pages. Not bad. There's sort of rest. Somewhat rest. Oh, total rest. Yeah, we can totally rest here. Okay, there. Oh, and my little gizmo works again. Okay. So I'm going to pop something in here. And what will it be? I have my little magic pieces over here. I do have... This is very pretty. And I will think I'd have to fold that over here. I have some blue ledger. That would be nice. 1977, I think this one is relatively new, but I love the blue. I think that's probably why I picked it up. I don't mind tearing it because I like the look of a tear. But when you do a tear, you gotta do a serious crease. I mean, no messing around. You get that crease creased. It's like the pants back in the day, you know? That crease in the front, you gotta have that crease. Somebody was there creasing those things. There we go. Okay, this might be a little tall, but I really don't want to lose any of what's on here, so I'm going to tuck this in. A nice light fold. We're going in there, and then we're going to do the tuck, and tuck that in there. There we go. And now that's there. That's kind of cool. I'm going to slide it over a bit this way. Maybe I can get one more thing in there. I do have some interesting things. I do like this French book. Maybe I fold it. I could do this. I'm gonna do that. It's okay to fold papers. It is. It's all right. Did I speak too soon? Is it not the right size? What's going to happen here? It's going to be just fine. There we go. Slide this lower. Okay. Yeah. There. And then maybe just maybe one more piece. Oh yeah, that's what it needs, a picture. This is such a cool old picture. Can you see that? Hang on, let me bring it to you. It's like an old man sitting by the water. It's a very old picture. I think it's really cool. I think that would look really nice right in here. Kind of mysterious. You know, who is he? What's his story? Are these things that he bought? Did he speak French? It's kind of a story you start to make up in your mind as you go. Very cool stuff. Okay, here we need to have definitely some Edith Holden tucked up under there. I don't know. Sorry, this is not Edith Holden. This is a botanical book. I'm going to give her the whole page in here. It's going to fit nicely. That's an upper tuck, and that's how that works. Very simple. Hold these things down. I think we can maybe get more in here. Here's an old little, I love these like glassine envelopes, and these are from, I think these were from stamp collectors. I bought some from an old stamp collector, and there was just a whole box of these, and they were used in old glassine. I just love them. Oh my gosh, it was Drool City. I'm gonna put this old maid card in there. I just think that's kind of fun. Find some old nostalgia in there. Maybe one of these quarter holders. You know, it can be anything. Just something fun for somebody to find. So going through them, like, what's that? What's this? What on earth? What are we talking about here? Okay, this is always fun. Foreign language pages. I find that, you know, people can pick these up and just start reading and getting, you know, this looks like Spanish, possibly. La estimo en la suma de pesos. I'm going with Spanish. Tall are you? Oh, you will fit. Maybe I'm going to do this. Just to bring a little more color to the page and height. And what else can we do here? So there's really no limit to what you can tuck into your little lovelies. It's all good. Zelfs John Lecker. This is a different language. Don't know exactly what this one is, but it's definitely a different language. Internet. Ich ben gek op computeren en malen. Sounds a little German to me. In the Netherlands. Okay, I'm going with the Netherlands. I'm going with the Netherlands. There you go. Page from the Netherlands. But it's the same. No, it's a different color, so we're okay. So we can layer. And just have something to explore. And this is a side tuck. It's just glued here. Oh, 3 pockets. Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking. How do you form a yes or no question? Give an example. He likes Latin. Does he like Latin? Is he liking Latin? Did he like Latin? Very nice. I'll put you... Gonna fit? Oh, you are, you little stinker. You made it. And we want something short at the top. Maybe this picture. This is a really cool picture too. I don't know if it shows up on camera so well, but it's a really cool picture of a woman. Maybe a schoolgirl. It could be a school. She's holding books. That's really cool. Anything on the back? Oh, Donnie's sister. Asheville Cherry Street. I bet we could find her. Or at least the story of her. And then we need one more item, and this might be a good thing for in here. It's a dictionary page. I love dictionary pages. I find them so interesting. It's like you can learn a few words a day by just looking at one dictionary page a day. Sometimes that can change somebody's universe over time. I'm going to tuck that in there. So we have 3 pockets there. That was fun. Yeah. So we're just meandering through this book. If I remember this, oh, well, we have an escaped bead, which we shall now reglue with more glue. So you will not get away this time, my little lovely. There we go. All right, here we go. Up and down into the glue. Okay, now we're hoping that page doesn't get glued onto every other page. That is not a pocket, that's a page trim. I love these guys. Maybe I'm even going to tear some out. Let's see. Oh, like these 3 guys. The 3 guys on the branch look kind of spooky to me. And that one's, no, I was going to say one's a vulture. No, not a vulture. Maybe cormorants. If you're familiar with that bird type, we have them down here in Florida. They're not exactly scary, but they look kind of scary in this picture, the way they're all just hanging out on the tree stump here, projecting from the water. I kind of like that. It's mysterious. Yeah. I'm just going to emphasize its mystery in a little bit of black. Maybe we'll put that there. That presents nicely. So you can build upon these things. You can put 1 thing here. You can put 7 things layered on top. Totally up to you. You can turn this into a pocket or a tuck. I think I'll turn it into a little corner tuck. All right. Did I do that right? Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, we have another one of these lovely little envelopes. What shall we put in it? Let me get some fun little, here's some fun little things. These are cute little, I don't know, things I got on the internet somewhere. Little, like, faux written cards and things like that. Faux writing, not faux, but it's examples of calligraphy and pretty pictures. I think I'm going to put all 3 of those in this amazing little glassine envelope, which I truly, truly adore. All right. This was apparently Yugoslavian stamps from 1964. Okay, I'll put that there. You know, this is maybe where I want to come in with the Spanish. Did I already use the Spanish? I don't remember. Maybe. Too much glue. All right. Oh, there's that. This is, I mean, this is such a tactile piece. It is almost hard to describe. It's all sealed. The little tiny micro beads are sealed. Buttons are sealed. And that was just a fun piece to do. Did I turn it into a Anything? No, it's just an eyeball piece. Okay, sometimes I forget. So there you go, folks. Just a little more meandering through the book. Let me see if I can get Mr. Fluffy Face. Hold on. Hello, everybody. This is Sunshine. No, this is not Sunshine. Hello, everybody. This is Sunshine. I'm right here. Here I am. This is my new sidekick, Monkey Cat. Now take a close look. Okay, it might be a mouse, but Mother was unsure whether it was a monkey or a cat, but it has the emblem of a mouse. That's not a mouse, that's cheese. Okay, so Monkey Cat and Sunshine. Okay, Sunshine, Junior Cub Pup Reporter, reports that Monkey Cat has been seen with Sunshine around the house near the paper outpost. At the paper outpost. The paper outpost is at the house where Sunshine lives with Monkey Cat. There have been happenings around the house. Where Sunshine goes, Monkey Cat goes. Monkey Cat is not very active on its own, but is very willing and compliant when Sunshine wants to go places with Monkey Cat. So he takes Monkey Cat. Sometimes to bed, sometimes to the bathroom, sometimes to the kitchen, sometimes to the living room, and sometimes to the craft room. And today, he is in the craft room. Monkey Cat, Sunshine, and Mama Bear. Sunshine, out. Okay, well, that was very, very formal. Here, don't forget sidekick. He's so cute. All right, everybody, there you go. So, for those who are curious, my videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. New audio material on junk journaling, paper crafting, life of a crafter, and answering your crafty questions from YouTube. I have an Etsy shop where you can find journals and bundles and kits and fundles, which are collections of old and interesting papers. And I also sell Digikits, which are printable, downloadable images, 5 pages each. You can either purchase the computer files or I will print them out for you. There's a print and mail option there for you. I have an Amazon shop where if you see me use tools or supplies, I do my best to put links in there for you. So if you're interested in purchasing them, this does help my shop, but you don't pay more for using my links. Thanks. And I also have a merchandise shop. If you're looking for a great gift for a crafter, you might want to get them a Create with Reckless Abandon mug, tote, water bottle, sweatshirt, t-shirt, zipped hoodie. For yourself, family, friends, other crafters. And also remember most of all that fun can be simple and create with reckless abandon, everybody. We will see you next time at the Paper Outpost.